Turn timeout into a moment of love instead of punishment. Hey everyone, today I want to share with you a fresh perspective on timeout, a method that I'm sure many parents are using to guide their kids. I get it, being a parent isn't easy. There are times when you're exhausted from keeping an eye on your child sneaking out of the quiet corner, or frustrated when they just keep doing their own thing during timeout. Sometimes, you might even feel disappointed in yourself because you can't help them calm down. If you've ever felt that way, I truly believe this story will touch your heart. First, let me share the key ideas I've learned from an expert's article on parenting. Number 1. Timeout isn't a punishment, it's a way for both parents and kids to find calm again. Number 2. The best time to talk to your child about timeout isn't when you're angry, but when you're both in a good mood. And finally, instead of battling for control with your child, sometimes you need to step back. Give yourself a little time out and cool off before tackling the issue. Now, let me dive deeper into each part and share my feelings and thoughts with you. The origin of timeout, a journey from discipline to love. Hey, have you ever wondered where timeout came from? I used to think it was just a quick fix for when my kid misbehaved. But it turns out there's more to the story. Timeout is a discipline technique that experts came up with to replace spanking or harsh punishments. They wanted parents to have a way to respect their kids while still addressing behavior issues. Doesn't that feel kind of heartwarming? It's usually recommended for kids between 1 and 10 years old, that age when you can still pick them up and plop them in the timeout spot, whether they like it or not. I remember my early days as a mom, feeling so helpless when my kid acted out, not knowing how to teach them without yelling. Then I discovered timeout, and it felt like a lifeline. No spanking, no punishing. I could still guide my child to understand right from wrong. Over time, experts turned timeout from a punishment into a moment to calm down. They even gave it sweet names like quiet time, reflection time, or peaceful break. Just hearing those makes it sound gentler, right? But I'll be honest, sometimes I lost sight of its real purpose. I just want my kid to stay put because they'd done something wrong, instead of focusing on helping them find peace. Anyone else been there? What happens when timeout becomes a punishment? It breaks my heart. Guys, this part really gets to me. When timeout turns into a punishment, our kids, mine, and maybe yours too, start reacting in bigger ways. They get cranky, even aggressive, and sometimes I can see the anger in their eyes. I've asked myself, am I hurting my bond with my child just because of a timeout corner? At preschool or elementary age, kids aren't great at managing their emotions yet. Heck, I'm not always good at it either. I lose my temper sometimes. So how can I expect them to handle it? But instead of isolating them in timeout, I've realized they need me there, a calm adult to soothe them and show them the way. Think about it. If I handed my kid a math book and locked them in a room to figure it out alone, would they learn? So why would I think they could learn to calm down without me by their side? What scares me most is this. If my kid only remembers timeout as a punishment, they might grow up hating the idea of taking time to cool off. I don't want my child to become an adult who can't handle their feelings, all because of my mistakes back then. Using timeout as a teaching tool, guiding with love. Friends, I truly believe timeout can be a beautiful gift if we use it right. Judy Arnall, the author of Discipline Without Distress, calls it time in. Doesn't that name just feel different? It's not about forcing your kid to sit still, it's about finding peace together. I love how she explains it. Timeout isn't about making kids sit alone to think about their mistakes. Instead, the timeout spot should be a safe place, maybe with a teddy bear or a small toy to help them settle down. I tried this with my kid once, and they calmed down so much faster. Now, Whether you stay with them or let them be depends on the moment. Some days, my kid just needs me to sit close and give a hug. Other times, they want a little space. I think as long as we tune into what they need, time out can become a lesson in love, not a punishment. Facing your fear of skipping punishment, I was worried too. I totally get it. Guys, I used to worry that if I didn't punish my kid or get strict, they'd turn into a little monster who never listens. I'd wonder, if I hug them and stay with them when they mess up, will they actually learn anything? But then I realized I was wrong. When I stay calm and hold my kid, I see them open up. They listen to me, and I can gently explain what's right and wrong. That hug isn't a reward for bad behavior. It's a way to make them feel safe enough to learn. I believe that as long as they feel connected to me, they'll remember how to act better next time. Do you feel the same? Be the calm adult I learned from myself. Lastly, I want to share something I keep reminding myself. If I want to teach my kid to be calm, I've got to be calm first. There are days when I'm tired, I'm mad, and I just want to yell. But then I stop. Give myself a little time out. I step outside to breathe, or sit somewhere with a glass of water until the anger fades. Stepping back doesn't mean my kid wins. It means I'm mature enough to take care of myself first. And you know what? My kid notices. One time, they even said, "Mom, take a break, then talk to me, okay?" I was shocked and so happy. They're learning from me how to stay calm. Guys, I believe time out isn't about forcing our kids. It's about living our emotions honestly so they can follow. Try turning time out into a moment of love, and you'll see things change. I hope this story lifts some weight off your shoulders as a parent. If you've got any experiences to share, I'd love to hear them.